April 2020. Heartful Career Vision is to create a global community who grow together heartfully, follow their passion, follow values like love, compassion, mutual trust, brotherhood in their work to change the course of society towards sustainable living, global peace, harmony, and create opportunity for the future generation. For today's session, we invited Mr. Deepak, who is a renowned speaker and also a healer, who has developed the healing technique called Healify, which taps into the subconscious of the individual to holistically heal his client. He created the accredited diploma program named as Speakology to help people improve their public speaking skills. Also, he is a known Ikigai coach. He has conducted more than 2,000 workshops across 10 countries, trained 30,000 plus individuals from more than 75 organizations. He is also the co-founder of Entrepreneurs Internationals, a learning and networking platform with executive members from 30 countries across the globe. We welcome him on board and request him to take over the session.
Thank you, Aditya, for the kind welcome and welcoming each of you onto this August platform of Heartful Careers, which is part of the Heartful campus. And this was envisioned by the founder of Heartfulness, Sri Kamlesh Daji. And last month we had the inauguration of the Heartful campus, a beautiful platform which ensures that the youth of today are guided well, not just in the studies or work, but also to become well-rounded individuals. As part of this particular initiative, Heartful Careers is one of them, which ensures that we move up in our careers, as we go ahead. So I'm going to begin right away, and I wanted to check, and you can write on the chat, which is why I'm also logged in from my mobile. How many of you are, so if you're a parent, write parent, and if you're a student, write which standard you're in. So can you quickly write on the chat box which standard you're in? If not, you can write parent. Okay, so I'm seeing some answers coming in. So class 10 and 9, okay, good. Okay, a couple of parents. Okay, so I'm seeing 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and a few parents. The majority is 10th and 12th. Good, I think that gives some sort of a direction onto this. So the first couple of slides, okay, so there are 3 parents. Okay, cool. Oh, so we have many parents, good. So the first couple of slides I've actually got for the parents. I'm going to start with the parents and then go on to the students. Only 2 slides for the parents, and then I'll move on to the students. Because as parents, you have a very strong role, and it's important that we understand this well, because you can make or break the child's career as you go ahead. So I'm going to come with this particular book, which is called as Theory U by a person called Otto Scharmer. And it's a very famous book which focuses on various aspects. But the primary aspect which I'm going to do is on listening. And there are 4 levels of listening in mentioned in this particular book. So as parents, you're also coaches. Okay, so as parents, you're also coaches. आप लोग coach भी है. I'll mix a little bit of Hindi because I noticed in the expectations, some of you mentioned you wanted a mix of a little bit of mix of Hindi, but primarily it'll be English. So आप लोग coach भी है. So I'm going to give you an outline of 4 levels of listening. कि कई बार हम लोग अपने बच्चों की बात सुनते नहीं है. Many times we don't listen to our children, and that can be the first stumbling block in the child's future. So I wanted to introduce you to this 4 levels of listening, which can kind of mold not just your relationship, but also the future of your child. son or daughter. So the first level of listening, as per this particular book called Theory U, is listening to what I know. So when there are two people conversing, so I'm now giving you a crash course to become a good coach. As a parent, you're also a coach. So remember that. आप लोग जब माँ बाप है, आप लोग बच्चों का गाइड भी है, आप लोग कोच भी है. First level coach आप लोग हो. So you all are the first coach. So I'm going to give you 4 levels, and please understand this correctly. So the first level is to what I know. So many times when we listen to a person, we already say, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so we give the impression, I know. So hum log jaan, because we are 30 years older to our children, so we assume that we know everything that that the child is or the son or daughter is talking about. So that's the first level of listening, but at least it's a start. So that's the first level of listening. The second level of listening, higher level, is trying to learn or to listening to things that you don't know. So second level of listening is listening, trying to learn from your from the person who's in front of you at this point of time. It's your son or daughter. Now this gets a little difficult because the ego comes into play, and the age comes into play. So how can I listen to somebody who's 30 years younger than me? Okay, हिंदी में सिखाए, ठीक है. तो दोनों मिक्स करेंगे, हिंदी इंग्लिश, especially for the parents. Okay, I'll run it both, and then students में I will do it both mix. So जो दूसरा लेवल है, it is listening to learn. उसका मतलब है you're now getting to a level जो आप बच्चों से कुछ सीख सकते हैं. ओके, तो ये जरूरी है समझना कि कैन यू लर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम अ चिल्ड्रन. नाउ इट मेक्स अ बिग डिफरेंस. काफी फर्क पड़ता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ रिलेशनशिप विद चिल्ड्रन. द थर्ड लेवल इज ट्राइंग टू कनेक्ट इमोशंस. जो तीसरा लेवल है लिसनिंग का, केवल लिसनिंग का 4 लेवल है. ये पर्टिकुलर बुक है ओटो शर्मा का, थियरी यू. तो पहला लेवल है कि मैं सब जानता हूं, आप लोग जो आप जो भी बोल रहे हैं हम जान रहे हैं, तो हम ऐसे ही सुन रहे हैं, सुनने के लिए सुन रहे हैं. सेकंड लेवल है कि चलो कुछ नया सीख रहा हूं मैं. ओके, तो साधारण हम लोग नया सीखते हैं केवल बुजुर्गों से, लेकिन हम लोगों को क्या बच्चों से भी सीखते हैं कुछ. तो दैट इज सेकंड लेवल. जो तीसरा लेवल है, थर्ड लेवल, इज लिसनिंग टू इमोशंस. यू आर ट्राइंग टू कनेक्ट टू इमोशंस एंड क्रिएटिंग अ बॉन्ड बिटवीन देम. ये है तीसरा लेवल, थर्ड लेवल. एंड जो आखिरी लेवल है, जो फोर्थ लेवल है, एंड वो काफी जरूरी है, where you listen to allow to merge in the moment. Okay, you're listening to allow to merge in the moment. And ये जो चौथा लेवल है, जिसमें आप लोग एक स्पेस दे रहे हो जिसमें कुछ नया क्रिएटिव आ सकता है ये पर्टिकुलर रिलेशनशिप में. एंड इसलिए मैंने सोचा ये शुरू करेंगे ये पर्टिकुलर स्लाइड से, जो पेरेंट्स के लिए है. ये स्पेसिफिक स्लाइड जो है और बुक पेरेंट्स के लिए, जो पेरेंट्स यहाँ पर है वो सुन सकते हैं. 4 लेवल है लिसनिंग का. लिसनिंग 4 लेवल्स. द फर्स्ट इज लिसनिंग टू व्हाट आई नो. पहली बात तो सुनना चाहिए. रिलेशनशिप, टू ग्रो अ रिलेशनशिप यू नीड टू स्टार्ट लिसनिंग. लेकिन लिसनिंग का भी काफी फेजेस होता है. सो फॉर लिसनिंग, आई मीन द स्टूडेंट्स, यू कैन हियर दिस. इफ यू वांट टू बिल्ड अ स्ट्रांग रिलेशनशिप, लिसनिंग इज द की थिंग. तो फर्स्ट इज लिसनिंग टू व्हाट आई नो. सुनना है जो हम ऑलरेडी जानते हैं. लिसनिंग टू लर्न, आपको नए कुछ सीखना है. लिसनिंग टू इमोशंस, जहां इमोशंस को कनेक्ट करते हैं. और फाइनली लिसनिंग टू अलाउ समथिंग न्यू टू मर्ज एंड इमर्ज फ्रॉम द प्रोसेस. तो ये शुरुआत है. मैंने सोचा कि आई स्टार्ट विद दिस पर्टिकुलर बुक कॉल्ड थियरी यू. एंड इसमें अगर कुछ क्वेश्चंस है तो बाद में हम ले लेंगे on this particular course. So coming to students, now most of the session now is going to be on students, and हम लोग शुरू करेंगे with something called as peer pressure. कई बार हम लोग जो है कैरियर प्लानिंग में हम लोग peer pressure, family pressure या society pressure में फंस जाते हैं. Okay, peer pressure from friends, family pressure from family, society pressure from the society. These 3 parameters: peer, family, society. ये तीनों with all these pressures on us, we normally sometimes or many times make wrong decisions. So because the pressure hits on us and we follow a particular path in a career depending on what pressure is coming on us. and I'm seeing the expectations which you all wrote in the Google Sheets, a lot of which I felt was based on some sort of unconscious, hidden pressure also is there. So pressure can be conscious or it can also be hidden. So some hidden pressures were being seen before you take any decision. So any decision that you take should be based on your own strengths. And ये जरूरी है समझना कि everything should be based on our own strengths. So I want just to, if you want to write the chat, how many of you feel you all are under some pressure to take a decision? It is family, society, or peer. So can you write in the chat, how many of you have some sort of pressure to take a decision related to career, which is not your own decision? You're doing it for somebody else. Okay, so I see one answer is yes. Okay. Very good. No such pressure. Okay, kind of pressure I'm seeing. Okay. So एक दो डायरेक्ट मैसेजेस मुझे आए हैं, फैमिली सोसाइटी, ओके, थोड़ा सा है peer pressure, ओके. Fortunately, no pressure from both family or friends. Excellent. Good. Now, you have to be actually a little careful, because even if there is no conscious pressure, that's the reason I mentioned it can also be subconscious. There can be subconscious pressure to get something, or to grow your career in some manner. And subconscious sometimes is more dangerous than the conscious one. So what is to be needed? What is to be done? So pressure, we all understood. Okay, there is some pressure. Some people have it, some people don't. So let's try to understand what is it that we need to do to ensure that we overcome. Okay, so I'm doing English only. I'm seeing the messages. Fine. So how do we actually ensure that we identify our own strengths? So a majority of my session today, I know career counseling, somewhere in the end of the session, I am going to come to things like arts, commerce, etc. But it's not now. The process is the other way around. Instead of going in from the reverse methodology of trying to find out which stream to take, let's try to go from your inner perspective. What is your key strength? It's important to understand that each of us have key strengths. What is unique in each of you? Unique in Aditya or Anshul, who is there, the host in the call. Unique in me. Unique in all of you, all the 83 participants, or 85 participants here. What is unique is cannot be replicated by others. So you have your own unique strength. You need to play to your strengths. Okay, even in a game, people have strengths. So similarly in life, you have your strengths, and it is necessary to identify your own unique strength. And I'm going to spend a bit of time on the process of how to identify our own strengths, because this is important. Getting a particular college degree or path, that is secondary. Primary is what is my interest, and am I capable of doing what I'm doing. So I'm going to give you something called a superpower. So superpower, basically, it's like Superman, Superwoman. Okay, so each of us have some superpowers which are unique. It is because of life experiences or because of some adversities that we have gone through. Now, these are things which make us strong. Never follow a career path because somebody else is doing it. Follow a career path depending on your own superpowers. And I'm going to give you some hints to get your superpower. You'll have to actually answer the questions yourself. So, for example, things like, the kind of life that you have gone through till now for the last 18, 20, 17, 16, 15 years of your life. What are your hobbies? What do you do for fun? Now, it's important to answer these questions because ultimately, if you're choosing a career, you will need to ensure that subject for 11th. Okay, fine. You need to ensure that it connects to what you truly love to do, and not do something because of a majority of others doing it. Now, as I said, there may not be conscious pressure, but there can be subconscious pressure to go into a particular direction. What are the kind of transformations that you'd like to see in yourself, and what changes would you bring? More importantly, what are you good at? And this is something which I do it even for adults, that if you can sit with some key people who know you very much and who love you a lot, and try to get this question, what are you truly good at? What am I good at? क्या क्या चीज है जिसमें मैं बेहतर काम कर सकता हूँ, या what are the things, activities that I am totally good at? Now, इस प्रश्न का जवाब जब आएगा, you will get to know a different perspective. It's based on the Johari window of things which are known to others but hidden to you. So you'll get a perspective of what it is that are your key strengths. And the reason I am focusing on strengths is because strengths will lead you to your career. I'll repeat, knowing your strength will lead you to your career. So you need to spend a lot of time trying to understand what is my strength. And there are various ways to do it, but you need to introspect. This is the time you can ask your parents the right question. What are the things I'm really good at? This is the only question you need to ask. What am I really good at? And get down answers. Try to introspect. In the last 14 years or 13 years or 15 years, 16 years of your life, what are the activities that you have done which is better than others? So these are the key things. Let me just disable annotation. Yeah. These are the key things that we need to look at, which leads us on to something which is called as Ikigai. I'm going to explain this model to you. It's extremely important that we know this. Just a minute. Aditya, can you remove this annotation?
Yeah, Bhaiya, I am trying.
1 minute, and I can do it. Yeah, done. It's done. So, what are the things that you truly love to do? Now, Ikigai primarily is a concept of which is a reason for being, or a reason to jump out of bed every morning. And normally, a lot of times, we start far below. ठीक है, इंग्लिश हिंदी दोनों करेंगे. मैं एक एक चैट देख रहा हूँ और शिफ्ट हो रहा हूँ इंग्लिश टू हिंदी, हिंदी टू इंग्लिश. मैं दोनों कर सकता हूँ. आई ट्राई टू डू अ मिक्स. ये दोनों एक मिक्स कर देता हूँ. तो अब तक हम लोगों ने क्या क्या किया है? एक तो पेरेंट्स के लिए हमने बोला है कि लिसनिंग कैसे करना है पेरेंट्स और बच्चों के बीच. फिर पीयर प्रेशर, पीयर, फैमिली एंड सोसाइटी प्रेशर की मैंने बात किया है. और फिर किस तरह से हम लोग अपने स्ट्रेंथ्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना है, किस तरह से हम लोग अपने सुपर पावर्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना है, किस तरह के जीवन जिया है, क्या क्या हॉबीज है मेरे अंदर, और क्या क्या चीज है जो जो मैं बेहतर काम कर सकता हूँ. तो इस प्रकार हम लोग अपने सुपर पावर या अपने जो स्ट्रेंथ्स है उसमें आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं. एंड देन वी कम टू दिस पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट इकिगाई. इकिगाई का मतलब है कि रीजन फॉर बीइंग और रीजन टू जंप आउट ऑफ बेड एवरी मॉर्निंग. एंड इसमें 4 सर्कल्स है. देयर आर 4 सर्कल्स हियर इन इकिगाई. इट बिगिंस विद द टॉप थिंग. व्हाट इज इट दैट यू ट्रूली लव टू डू? क्या क्या चीज है जो आपको काफी प्रेम देता है, आपको काफी अच्छा लगता है करने में? क्या क्या वो चीजें हैं? कई सारे बार वो हॉबीज हो सकता है, लेकिन एक बार नोट करना काफी जरूरी है. व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट यू ट्रूली लव टू डू? एंड जो आप चाहते हैं या जो आपका आपका प्यार है वो काफी अलग है. इट विल बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम, इट विल बी यूनिक. हर एक का अलग अलग चीज प्यार करते हैं. एंड देन यू मूव टू दिस व्हाट एम आई गुड एट. ये व्हाट एम आई गुड एट जो है हम लोग अपने स्ट्रेंथ से निकाल सकते हैं. सो व्हाट डू आई लव टू डू, व्हाट एम आई गुड एट, ये दोनों एक अलग अलग क्वेश्चंस है. कई बार हम लोग कोई चीज काफी पसंद है करना, लेकिन हम लोग उसमें अच्छे नहीं है. ओके, सो सिंगिंग मुझे बहुत प्यारा है, लेकिन सिंगिंग में अगर अच्छे नहीं है तो इट डजंट मेक एनी सेंस. सो कॉम्बिनेशन, व्हाट डू आई ट्रूली लव टू डू, व्हाट एम आई गुड एट, ये दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन जब आते हैं तो एक पैशन आ जाता है हाथ में. और यहां से अगर यू गो ऑन द राइट, व्हाट डज अ वर्ल्ड ट्रूली नीड, तो यहां से जब राइट जाते हैं you come to what is it in the world that connects to this particular passion of yours. Okay, and यहाँ से हम लोग नीचे आते हैं, what can you pay it for? The true wealth. And अगर ये चारों ऊपर से नीचे अच्छी तरह से करे, doing things that you truly love to do, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can pay it for. जो मुझे बहुत प्यार है करना चीज, इसमें अच्छा भी हूँ, जग को भी चाहिए जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, एंड इसमें पैसा भी मिल रहा है. ये चारों का कॉम्बिनेशन जब होता है तो एक सेंट्रल पॉइंट है जिसको कहते हैं इकिगाई. इकिरो मतलब लाइफ और गाय मतलब वैल्यू. जापानीज वर्ड है, इसका मतलब है वैल्यू ऑफ लाइफ, द वैल्यू ऑफ लिविंग, द रीजन फॉर बीइंग, और द रीजन टू जंप आउट ऑफ बेड एवरी मॉर्निंग. तो द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ऑल दीज 4 सर्कल्स लीड्स टू समथिंग व्हिच इज अ सेंट्रल पॉइंट. एंड अगर ये पहुंच जाए तो इट इज मोर वैल्यूएबल देन मनी, बिकॉज आप ऐसे कोई चीज कर रहे हो जो आपको प्यारा है, आपका पैशन भी है, और आप वर्ल्ड को सर्व भी कर रहे हो उस प्रकार से, और आपको उसमें पैसा भी मिल रहा है. कई बार लोग जो है नीचे से शुरू करते हैं, और मैंने एक्सपेक्टेशन में देखा, कुछ क्वेश्चंस देख रहे थे. नॉर्मली वी स्टार्ट फ्रॉम बिलो. ये दोनों चौकोर हम लोग कई बार करते हैं. काफी कैरियर प्लानिंग जो है मेरे हिसाब से काफी अधूरा है, क्योंकि वो लोग नीचे से शुरू करते हैं. व्हाट कैन यू पेड फॉर, व्हाट डज द वर्ल्ड नीड, ऊपर का भाग छोड़ देते हैं और हम लोग यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं. एंड कई लोग आते हैं, बच्चे भी आते हैं, कई बच्चे आते हैं. जैसे एक लड़का था जो कोई कोर्स कर रहा था ऑन डेटा साइंस. डेटा साइंस कंप्यूटर्स का एक छोटा भाग है, एंड वो क्लास में जा रहा था. सो आई आस्क्ड हिम, क्यों कर रहे हो, व्हाई आर यू स्टडीइंग दिस डेटा साइंस? सो ही फोकस्ड ऑन मनी. सो आई आस्क्ड हिम, डू यू रियली लव इट? उसने बोला कोई पसंद नहीं उसको कंप्यूटर्स बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है, लेकिन क्योंकि पैसा मिल रहा है वो उसमें घुस रहा है. So because of the money, he is getting into this course, and he really doesn't like it. Now this is a challenge, and वो इसलिए भी कर रहा है क्योंकि कई सारे दोस्त उसका कर रहा है, और पता नहीं जो भी reasons है, सोसाइटी या peer pressure, जो भी reasons है, mentally जो है he is going into this. Now this is not long standing. If you are doing something which you do not love to do, अगर आप कोई चीज कर रहे हो जो आपका प्यारा नहीं है, you can do it for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, not beyond that. आप 2 साल, 5 साल, 10 साल, 15 साल कर सकते हैं, उससे ज्यादा कर नहीं पाएंगे. And that is why we get people with midlife crisis. Midlife crisis at the age of 38 or 40. जब आप 15 साल से you're doing something which is meaningless to you, you suddenly realize कि मुझे कुछ अलग करना है, मुझे मेरे पैशन की ओर जाना है. So if you do something which you don't love to do, you can drag it 10-15 years. उसके बाद you will feel like changing it. So better to do it now. तो अभी आपका उम्र है 15, 16, 14, 17. It is good to start now, क्योंकि when you start now, you can avoid the midlife crisis. So this is the thought on Ikigai, and I just want to take a pause before I go on to the next model. Any questions you have till now? कोई comments, कोई questions अगर अभी है तो let me just see the chat. Okay, done. Can need be equated to want in the right circle? So the question that has come to me is what the world needs and what the world wants in this right circle. So we need to understand this right circle extremely correctly, that it is how you connect to the world. How can you serve the world? How can I serve the world? So this is the right circle. How can I serve the world is the right question. It's needs, wants, you can let aside. How can I connect? How can I heal the world? How can I serve the world? How can I heal the world? These are the one of the right question. I hope that answers the question. The next question, I'm seeing it. Okay, it's coming in Hindi. हमें जो काम पसंद हो पर उससे मनी न आए तो क्या करें? Good. Excellent question. So which is why you have a lot of things that you love to do. कई सारी चीजें हैं जो हम प्यार करते हैं, उसमें से you have to trickle down like a funnel. You come down only to that which you can be paid for. I'm going to come to the actual courses, arts, commerce, science, biology, all that. I'm coming to the end. But we need to understand this concept first before we go ahead, instead of going blindly into it. That at whatever you take, either you take arts, science, commerce, biology, maths, whatever it is, there is a career for that. There are multiple careers. It's almost like a funnel road. Thousands and millions of careers, but you need to ask yourself whether you want to go in for it. Okay, next question. I don't love anything. I'm not good at anything. I have no passion. There's nothing the world can pay me for. What should I do now? Wonderful. This is the reason why you need to focus on superpowers. You need to try to get to what exactly are things that you love to do. It's a process. It's a lengthy process, but excellent question. You need to try to introspect, go into yourself, and try to find out what are the things that you truly love to do. And a lot of times you feel that there's nothing, but there are some things that you would love to do. I need to get into that. Next question. For an author, the world is buying books, but they don't necessarily need it. What's your take? Now, for an author, actually, what he is serving the world is with knowledge, insights, and views. Okay. Are you passionate about knowledge, about various insights, and about creating a repertoire of knowledge? If the answer is yes, it's your love. If the answer is no, it's not your love. Okay, so that's a question on author. Specific question, tha. Okay, next question. What the world needs? Can you give some examples? So what the world needs is primarily connecting to areas of the world which require, which connect to you. It could be related to environment, it could be related to technology, it could be related to the speed or transport, it could be related to humanities, it could be related to specific areas. Let's say, I'm going to come to that again a little later. It could be related to people, within people, it could be women, children, or it could be animals, it could be various things. Which part of the area connects to you, of the world connects to you? Next question. Please explain the difference between interest and scope of career. I'll be answering that as I go ahead. Next question. Love can change. Yes, I agree with you. Love can keep changing. But the basic ground rules, that's why it's a funnel approach. There'll be a group of loves which should funnel down to what you truly love to do. Okay, next. The author example was hypothetical concerning the question about needs and wants. Got a point. So here then the word is needs, it's not wants. The answer to that author question is, what is it in the world that you can serve, which means what the world needs. Where is it that the world really needs you? So these are long-term strategies. If you get your ikigai, and it can take a lifetime. कई लोग अपने पूरी जिंदगी निकाल देते हैं, ikigai मिलता नहीं है. It can take a lifetime to get to that central point of connecting to truly what you love to do, what you're good at, connecting to something in the world, as well as what you can be paid for. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead to the next phase, and which is trying to connect to our personalities. Now, some of you all ask this question: what if I don't know? What are my strengths, etc. So there's a particular formula given by Myers and Briggs, very famous it is, and it contains only 4 questions or 4 opposites. The first is, and it's a combination of these 4 questions which you can determine your personality. ये 4 प्रश्नों के जो आंसर से आप अपना personality determine कर सकते हो, और उस personality से you can understand how you are as a person. So the first question is, do you get energy from the outside world? Okay, which means when you go around in the world, or when you travel, or when you meet people, are you losing energy or are you gaining energy? If the answer is gaining energy, it is E. If not, it is I, which is energy from the inside world. So there are people who, when they sit alone, away from society, or on their own, they feel more energetic. That's I. Both are very good. No right, no wrong. Each of them are extremely good. So this is the first question. Second is sensing. Do you love to see the facts first and then the big picture, or do you love to see the big picture first and then facts? So is it a combination of sensing and intuition? S and N. The third question is on thinking and feeling. Are you a logical person with a lot of logic around you, or do you connect to people? क्या आप लॉजिक से काम करते हो या लोगों के साथ काम करते हो? T and F, thinking and feeling. The fourth question is J and P. Are you structured and decided? Do you live life in a lot of structures, or are you open, curious and adaptable? And ये जो चार questions है, काफी famous है ये. Myers-Briggs और Carl Jung, two psychologists who devised this particular thing. E or I, S or N, T or F, and J or P. Depending on the combination of these, you come to 16 different combinations. So for example, you can be ISTJ, which means you're introspective, you're having a sense of, you're sensing, not intuitive, you're thinking and judging. And depending on this combination, you will come to your personality type. A personality type you'll get to. And you have 16 different personality types. Okay, I'll not run through all because it will take time, but you can watch it easily on the internet. हर एक चीज के लिए you just need to ask these 4 questions. ये 4 questions है. E or I, extroversion, introversion. S or N, sensing or intuitive, thinking or feeling, judging or perceiving. 4 questions. ये 4 questions का जवाब आएगा. You'll get a 4-digit code. This is your algorithm. या आपका code होगा. And this particular code will give you the answer to one minute. Was it both logical? Oh, okay. You're answering answers. ठीक है. Good. So it is basically logic. Okay, the person who asked the question. So depending on the code that you get, ISTJ or it could be ISFJ, whatever it is, the 16 different codes are there. Depending on what you are, personality, what you are, you will come to know something which is called as your inner algorithm. What is it that drives you? And this should be a starting point of trying to determine your career. Okay, I'll repeat. This should be a starting point of trying to determine which way to head to. So depending on what you are, let me see the chat again. Yeah. So this is very freely. I'll send this to you. I'll send this to the email IDs that are there. I can send these 16 personality types. So that's not a problem. I'm just seeing the message in the chat. So depending on what personality type you are, you can begin the process of determining which career to take. And each of them have different personalities. For example, let's say ENTJ would mean he's extroverted. He's also intuitive. Extroversion hai, intuitive hai, thinking hai, okay, logic hai, thinking hai, and judging, which means he's structured and decided, he or she. So such a person has 6 main characteristics, which is there's assertiveness, organized, strategic, decisive, planner, and logical. So similarly, any you take, let's say you take ESFP. इसमें थोड़ा change किया है. Extroversion तो है, extroversion is there, sensing is there, but now there is feeling, which means there is a people element that has come to it. Okay, and there is perception, which means you're open and curious. So such a person is adaptable. There is element of caring and generous because people has come in. Excitement, observant and expressive. So each of these 16 parameters of what is called as the MBTI, Myers-Briggs characteristics, 16 characteristics, will give you a set which is unique to you. Okay. Now you're coming to something which is extremely unique to me. For example, let's say INTJ is introspective. I get energy from inside world. Intuitive, thinking and judging. So because of this combination of intuitive and thinking, you get vision. You're vision oriented. You also have logic because of this aspect of thinking and judging. So each of them have unique strengths, and I'll send this across to you. You can have a look at it, and you can. That is a starting point of career counseling. First point. So I'll repeat till now what I've done before I go to actual career counseling. Is we have covered for parents listening. For students, we began with peer pressure, avoid it, try to identify your superpowers. हम लोग का strength क्या है? Try to find that. Move on to trying to get to your ikigai, trying to get to what things that you love to do, what you love to do and what you're good at. Just focus on those two. And then getting on to something called as a Myers-Briggs, MBTI, 16 personality test. Okay, I'll send you this PPT. I think some of you are asking for it. The 16 personalities, I can shoot it off to you, on email. And now I'm going to, and let me just check any other questions are there. How to lose the fear on our own. Logical. Any questions that you have till now before I move on to the next model, which is Rysek? Okay, so there's a couple of questions that have come to me. And the one is, how do you know what you truly love? Okay. Now I'm going to come to that question in Rysek. You can start with MBTI, but I'm going to answer it in the next in the next few minutes. The name of the scientist for the 16 patterns. The first one is Carl Jung, CARLJUNG. That's the name of the scientist, Carl Jung. Okay, that's the answer to that. Can our personality type change over time? It can. At this point, what is your personality? You need to start with that and then move on to, if it does change, it can change. But in the last 15 years of your life, or 16 years or 14 years, पिछले 15, 16, 17 साल में, what is your current personality? You can begin with that as a starting point for your career. How to come out of midlife crisis? It's not part of this because all of you are young. I will cover that if I have to address 40-year-olds. Yeah. So let's move on to the next point, which is career counseling. Oh, any questions further? As we grow, negativity also arises because of different types of pressure along. How to overcome it? There are various behavioral tools, and I would say the best of it is heartfulness rejuvenation. Heartfulness rejuvenation is the most effective way to remove any negativity that arises within you. Next question. What if I don't know if I should choose a career which I love to do? So I'm going to answer this question in this particular next few slides. So the first is, there are 6, this is something based on the Holland Code test. And there are 6 attributes which encompass every career on this planet. I'll repeat. If you understand these 6 particular attributes, which is realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprise, and conventional, this is something which forms part of the Holland career or the Holland Code. And all careers, all career options, all career choices are hidden within these 6 parameters. Let's try to understand each of them. What exactly is realistic? So realistic is a person, and you can actually be a combination of more than one. Okay. So realistic is a person who's more practical, more scientific, more methodical. So he or she is a person who is certainly having a lot of logic, likes to work in the physical world. So it is sensing, extremely practical, scientific, and methodical. So that is the first one, which is realistic. The second is investigative. Okay. Investigative is a person who likes to observe, analyze, and evaluate. Observe, analyze, evaluate. So if you're a person who likes to observe, analyze, evaluative, and you can actually tick for more than one, it's not only one, you can actually have 2 or 3 out of these 6, which are growing strengths. So investigative. The third is artistic. If you're a person who's creative, innovative, and intuitive, as I said, you can be more than one: creative, innovative, and intuitive. So that's artistic. Fourth is social. If you're a person who likes to enlighten, inform, and train people, who likes to connect to people, enlighten, inform, and really connect to people, uh, could be on the E front, but he or she is having this characteristic of social. Fifth is enterprising. Enterprising is different from social. You can be introvert and still be enterprising. So enterprising is a person who likes to influence, persuade, and perform. Influence, he or she has a talent of influencing, persuading, performing. And the last one is conventional, which is data, analytical, detail oriented. Now, depending on these 6 parameters of RIASEC, you can actually try to come to a better step of getting to what your career is. So, what is realistic? So, realistic, the first one is a person who prefers concrete problems over abstract problems. He's a sensing person, works with things. Investigative is a person who loves to work with ideas. Artistic is somebody who is extremely creative. Social, people oriented. Enterprising is tasks, and conventional is somebody who is preferred structured situations. So I just thought I'll take a pause here, and if there are any questions that you all have on the RISEC before I go ahead, I will address that. Okay. So there's a question that has come: if our love changes after 17 years of profession, which we choose at the time, what to do? If you're truly doing something that you love to do, and if your love does change after 17 years, you will find a methodology of how to flow in and change along with that love. Okay. Next one, conventional. You want to know what is conventional? So conventional is primarily a person who loves to work with data. He or she is analytical and detail oriented. Data, analytical, and detail oriented. So such a person, conventional, is having a lot of numerical ability, certainly very good in maths, etc., and prefers structured situations. Okay, so that's conventional. So another question: can we also do multiple careers? You can. I'm going to come to that. You're going to start at one point, and then you can branch out into various careers that you're interested in. How to get rid of social media addiction? Okay, so this is not directly part of careers, but social media addiction you need to resolve through various other techniques. Again, the heartfulness rejuvenation is an excellent technique to get rid of it. Especially once you have a goal in sight, the addiction will slowly reduce. I want to work in different fields, but I also want to be good, at least good at it. And what do I do if I'm confused in 2 streams? So I'm going to come to that 2 streams right now. Any other questions that you all have? So let me just summarize what you've done till now.
Yeah, there is one question.
Yeah,
There is one question in the chat. How to identify our best qualities?
excellent. So the way to identify your best qualities or your strengths is to try to ask yourself, what are the things that you truly, truly love to do? And also going into the 16 personalities. Are you extrovert, introvert? Are you a judging or perceiving? Are you intuitive or sensing? Are you thinking or feeling? If you get a combination of this, you'll come up with a set of qualities which are truly yours and your best qualities. It's
There
not
is
easy. You need to really introspect, work on it, and this is where you can take help from your friends and family in trying to understand what exactly are your key strengths that are there in you.
there is one more question.
Yeah,
It says, do multiple traits are good for having more than one career?
exactly. So, for example, this RISEC model, realistic or investigative, etc. There are a combination of multiple traits which can lead you to into a good career. I'm going to explain that as I explain the careers on this combination of traits and career. Okay, there's another question that has come in. Uh, what if you like a particular career but only partly good at it? Okay, so I'm going to come straight to careers because I think a lot of you are very keen on knowing what are the paths that are there. So let's try to identify what are the paths there. And I share this. It's not you can get it anywhere, but it's very important to understand what to do with it. So what you see below is various careers ahead of you. What you see on top is a starting point. Okay. Now the starting point is should be chosen basis your strengths, and this can actually funnel you out into hundreds of different careers depending on your key strengths or personalities. I know at the age of 14, 15, 16, or 17 is too young to choose, whether you want to go into animation or languages or, architecture or whatever. But if you start on the right front, if you're taking the right course in the initial start, after 3 or 4 years, you can shift or choose depending on that point of time what your thought process is. So, for example, if you take arts, let me see. Okay. If you take arts, you have various options. And this is just a very small list of options, which are apparently very diverse. Okay. You can get into management, you can also get into law. But to get into either of these, you also need to have a string of enterprising element in you. Okay. To get into management, you need to have some sort of enterprising or some sort of social element in you. Uh, you could get into languages, but then you need to have a love of languages. Okay, do you really love languages? Or you can get into psychology, which calls for you being a combination of introspective, deeply analytical, and also investigative, and also connecting to people. So so as you come down, you'll try to understand what is it that I truly, truly love to do. What is it that can really connect to me? Hospitality, or hotel management. Now, this is where you need to connect to various groups of people, which means there has to be element of social, a strength of social in you. Tourism, love for travel, a lot of creative careers which requires all of these require creativity, and creativity actually comes in this particular aspect of artistic. Okay, are you creative, innovative, and intuitive? So if any of them answer is yes, it goes into a partial list of some of these. So these will certainly require that. The things like fine arts or Bachelor of Graphic Design or design, journalism, filmmaking, advertising, animation, etc. And within design, again, there are various other options. Architecture, again, requires a combination of creativity. Now, the reason I put it, I think now the rules have changed, but the reason I put it under arts is because it requires an element of creativity along with maths. Teaching, etc., again, requires that element of social connectedness. So this is the first stream, which I think some of you are asking, what are the various streams? So I thought I'll list it out. The second one is commerce. Now, if you notice, there are a lot of things which are similar, the outflow of the stream, which is why I said, even if you take a decision now, you can change depending on which way you want to go. कोई भी आप stream लेंगे, you can change a little depending on your strength and what are the key things which you feel attracted to. So when you take commerce, again, you have various options, but here you have an element which is more of the conventional data analytics, and if you notice, it has element of detail in this. So especially these things, like company secretary or BA or cost accountant or becoming a C, etc. So there's an element of numbers in it, which are there, and there are further deep courses, within mathematics which you can take. Then you come to the other two. The first one is biology. Okay, and again there are various options. If you get into biology, it need not mean that you only become a doctor. You can also become a dentist. If you're having some sort of love for that, they're quite related, but not really the same. If you're having a love for animals, you can become into vet. Now, that's the reason why I started with Ikigai. What is it that you truly love to do? What in the world connects to you? So, if you're having a love for animals, there has to be, you can get into this particular field. Even if you see homeopathy, it requires a lot of listening. Are you able to connect to people? Are you able to be a coach to people? Because this is a little different from doctor. Apart from knowing the basic rules of homeopathy, you also need to be able to connect to people. Okay. Ayurvedic, paramedical is emergency medical courses, emergency medicine. Unani, this is an alternate medicine. Within biology, also you can be into getting into management. Within the medical stream, you can get into management, or you can become a pure sciences. So, do you have a true love for any of these? And you need to answer this question now. You have time for this. What you need to answer is, this is the entire funnel that is there ahead of you. Any branch can lead you into that particular funnel. Okay. The last one is mathematics. And here again, you have various options which are available to you. It's not just engineering, but hundreds of options, also including the Army, Air Force, Navy, engineering management, of course, and various other things. So I just want to take a pause here and check if there's any questions which are there. So can you show commerce chart? I hope you got it right. I think the question came in before. So I'm sure
Someone sent me a direct question.
Yeah, tell me.
So their question is, if we choose a career, uh, yeah. So if I choose a career which is quite expensive, like people usually think to go abroad, or something related to art or something else which is expensive and not in my budget. So should I drop it, or should I do something else to pursue it later? What should I do? Should I compromise it, or should I keep it?
Got a point. Got a point. So if you're getting a career like a pilot, correct? A pilot is very expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you're getting into a love of a particular course which you can't afford, should I keep it in abeyance or should I go ahead with it? Is that the correct question?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So here is where you need to understand your own limitations and your own path to it. Why is it that you want to become a pilot? Okay, that's a question you need to ask yourself first. Or why is it that you want to do a particular course? What is it that is triggering you? And try to do that which is on that path. It may not be a pilot, it could be something else, but connected to aviation, connected to flying, which could be within your budget, because I know all these courses cost money. And later on, when you truly get into something which is your true love, or when you have the money, you can actually go in and become a commercial pilot or whatever the case, because all these things are extremely expensive. But the key question is, why do you want to do that which you're wanting to do? So that's a key question which you need to ask yourself. What is my strength? What is it that is driving me? And then you come out in a funnel manner that pilot or something abroad is just one of the wings. What is the driving force? What is the root force which is there within you, which is driving you to do this? When you get that, then the answers are kind of done.
There is one more question,
Sure.
and I think this is very important question for all these students and parents too. So many students prepare themselves for getting into some premier institute like IIT or some AIMS or something like that. So usually it take time. Somebody get into it in a one attempt. Somebody get into it in 2 to 3 attempts. So sometimes it create lot of stress and pressure on parents as well as kids. So when they should realize that I should stop this, or I should opt for something else, because after doing lots of hard work, still I am not able to get into it.
As early as possible. So at one point of time, if you really feel you're wasting your time or you're not able to get through it, you have to take the next alternative, because you don't have the entire life to just go on attempting 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or whatever. If you're just going on trying it, it doesn't make any sense. It is better to start off something at one point of time, and I'm actually going to come to that soon. The next slide is there. You're going to start off something, and later on, when you feel that the time is right, you can go for whatever you really want to do. But make a sincere attempt. If you're truly wanting to get into IITs or IIMs or whatever, make a couple of sincere attempts, after which, if you feel it is not there, it is not meant for you, you can do something else. I know this is not what you wanted to hear, but this is reality.
No, yeah, it's true. I also feel that we kids and parents should keep themselves open for at least 2 to 3 streams. So for backup, if they are not able to get into one thing, they can opt for something else, because it's quite stressing. And that's why now kids are also in depressions, and they are taking pills to get over it. So it's
Yes.
not good.
So I'm going to, and then the last 4 slides, I hope it's a little interesting, because सभी लोग जो है मूवी देखते हैं, कई सारी मूवीज देखते हैं. So I'm having 4 movies which I found is with a lot of learnings around it, and I hope it answers some of the questions. The first movie is Three Idiots. Okay, very famous movie, काफी famous movie है. इसमें कई सारी सीख है. There are a lot of learnings in this particular movie, but key learning which hopefully should address a lot of your questions is knowledge and experience is far greater than certificates and degrees. Focus on the first, my dear students and friends and parents. Focus on getting true knowledge and experience, not on certificates and degrees. Now I know it's a little unconventional, because people are running after certificates and degrees, but what you need is true knowledge and true experience. Okay, and if you have both of them, the latter is of no use. It doesn't matter. So if you really get the knowledge within you, and knowledge can only come if you have the passion for it. Passion can only come if you love it. So when you love something, you get passionate about it, you start getting good at it, you get the knowledge, and because of knowledge you get experience, and it is far greater than certificates and degrees. ये वापस हम हिंदी में बोलेंगे, काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है ये चीज, कि आपका जो पैशन है और आपका जो लव है, उसी से नॉलेज आएगा. सो यू हैव टू हैव नॉलेज ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर थिंग, नॉट जस्ट डिग्रीज. केवल डिग्रीज के पीछे भागो मत. ट्रू नॉलेज, अगर आप इंजीनियरिंग भी कर रहे हैं या मेडिकल भी कर रहे हैं या आर्किटेक्ट जो भी कर रहे हैं, उसमें नॉलेज लाना जरूरी है. केवल डिग्री की जरूरत नहीं है. केवल डिग्री विल नॉट गो एनीवेयर एल्स. नॉलेज इज ग्रेटर देन सर्टिफिकेट. सो ये फॉर्मूला याद रखो. नॉलेज प्लस एक्सपीरियंस ग्रेटर देन सर्टिफिकेट एंड डिग्री. दिस इज द फर्स्ट मूवी. 4 मूवी दिखाने वाला हूं मैं. ओके. ये पहला मूवी है 3 इडियट्स. The second movie is an English movie called as Good Will Hunting. And this particular person on the left hand side, he he was an expert in mathematics. And they actually wanted him to make a career in mathematics. But in the end of the movie, he mentioned that he doesn't love it. Okay. So being good at something doesn't mean I love doing it. Always remember, start with the love. Okay. Start with things that you truly, truly love to do. So it's not, only what you're good at. You need to also love what you're doing. So this is the message of this movie. Although he was very good at mathematics, he chose not to take a career in mathematics because he didn't love doing it. Physics, yeah, mathematics, physics combination. Okay. So Good Will Hunting, yeah, second movie here. Third movie, recent movie, Queen's Gambit. It's a movie on chess. Okay. And this particular lady is an expert in chess. And so here is the key thing. Following a passion doesn't require external motivation or reward. So when you're following a passion, आपका motivation intrinsic है. There is an internal motivation to do things, not external. You do not require appreciation from outside. You get appreciation from within yourself. Okay, that's a hint to all of you who are asking this question. How do I know what to love to do? Ask this question. What are the things that you love to do where you don't require external appreciation? You don't require others to appreciate you. So this is learning of this movie, The Queen's Gambit. Netflix का series है. Last movie, English movie है, The Departed. Excellent movie. Okay, but most important, the message is: am I a product of the environment, or is the environment a product of me? I'll repeat again. वापस दोहरा तो English हिंदी दोनों में दोहराएंगे. Am I a product of the environment, or is the environment a product of me? इसका मतलब है कि am I creating my environment, or is the environment creating me? क्या मैं इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहा हूँ एनवायरनमेंट से, या मैं मेरे प्रेजेंस से एनवायरनमेंट को इन्फ्लुएंस कर सकता हूँ. So these were the 4 movies. The first one is 3 Idiots, knowledge experience. Second was Good Will Hunting. Being good at something doesn't mean I love doing it. Third is Queen's Gambit. Following passion has intrinsic motivation from within. And आखिरी है Departed, which is product of the environment. And with that, I'm actually coming to a close of the session. If there are no more, if there are a few questions, we can take it for a few more minutes, depending on the time. And so this is me. If you have any queries related to Speakology specifically, you can connect to Sailesh at this particular number. If you have any other queries on career counseling or any other build-up, please connect to this particular office number, 98407 30388. So with this, I am coming to the last few questions. I can open it up for a few questions, and let me just see which questions here. Okay, first question. I am good in maths and interested. Can I continue ahead in maths? What are its pros and cons? If you're good in maths and you also love it, please continue. There are huge scope in mathematics alone. It need not. Then, depending on your love for it, you can actually decide which way to go after 12th. You can get into the chartered accountancy route, or you can get into the insurance route. You can get into the engineering route. You can get into various other routes, precise discrete mathematics, or even you can get into computer science. So there are statistics. There are various routes within mathematics, Roshan. So that's the answer to that. Next question, Avantika. Sometimes some students get early and sometimes some students very late. What to do and when do I get your early aim? Now, very good question, because many times you're not able to get your strengths, or you're not able to truly know what you love to do. Take a pause, which is why I've given those questions, superpower questions. Take a pause, introspect, make some notes, ask questions to close friends, brothers, sisters, parents. What am I good at? And try to get hints to yourself. You're trying to mirror yourself. Try to just put a mirror and try to reflect and find out what are your key strengths. Okay, so that's the answer, Avantika. Uh, Apurva, societies look for degree, and no matter how hard you try to ignore them, they do take over your mind, and you start looking down on yourself. I completely agree, Apurva. And when I was a student, even I was in the same mode of thinking, that society does look for degree to start with. But believe me, and I've counseled hundreds and thousands of people in the last many years. At the end of the day, society doesn't look for degree. They look for passion, knowledge, and experience. Even when I've interviewed people, when I was working in Airtel, I used to interview at least 20, 30 people every day for a series of days and weeks. I was never bothered about the degree. I was only bothered about whether the person sitting can handle the confidence level that the person has to handle the particular profile. That's all I was looking at. It didn't bother me whether he was 12th pass engineering or whatever it was. It just didn't much come into my cognizance. Of course, HR will have a basic check, but in the final thing, it is always your own knowledge and experience which counts. That's the answer, Apurva. Next question, Roshan. Is going to USA or some other country for pilot training good? What are its pros and cons? So, pilot training is not very cheap affair. There are expenses involved. It can be extremely high. I know there are, you can get some good pilot training in Australia and New Zealand. There are expenses involved. If you truly love it, if you love flying and you love the joy of traveling and you have the confidence, go for it. Okay, think twice on both the pros and cons of whether you truly love to do what you're doing. If you're really good at it, so if you have the love and passion for it, you will become the best at it. And if you become the best at it, you will certainly be successful. Okay. Uh, Another question. Okay, interesting question. Children are passionate about games. Which is why, as a parent, I'm assuming this is a parent who asked this question, which is why you need to take the time out and build a rapport with the child. Otto Scharmer, The Magic Rules of Listening. How do you listen to your children and try to analyze, try to get connected to him or her? Ask him or her about games. Try to understand about what is the games all about. So build a rapport first. When you build a rapport, you'll slowly start knowing a little more about what is it within the child which triggers them of games. It's very addictive, I agree. But at the same time, there are a lot of positives about games too. Okay, so games help you also to connect to various people, multiplayer games, connecting to people across the world. It also helps you to increase your own response level. Okay, so there are some positives which you need to take out. Um, and at one point of time, when the child does get into the real passion of what he or she loves to do, the games will take a back seat. Okay, so that's the answer to that question. Can you share the first 16 slides of the PPT? Not an issue. I'll share it. I'll create and share it.
There is one more question
Yeah,
there by Mr. Sanjay.
sure.
Can you tell a little bit about yourself, which career you have opted, how it helped you?
Okay, Sanjay.
So,
So I did my engineering. So I finished my 12th in from Pune, and I did my engineering because everybody else was doing it. Okay, there was no real reason I did it. I just did it because everybody else was doing it. It was not parental pressure. It was more of an unconscious social pressure. I finished my engineering and did my MBA because after engineering I didn't know what to do. So I also did my MBA. After which I worked for close to 18 years in various industries, which include Airtel, Wipro, and HP. So in the year 2014 or 15, I stepped out, hung my boots, and went into my core passion, which is coaching, counseling, mentoring. Okay, so in the last 5 years, I'm into training, coaching, counseling. So I run a platform called Speakology, which is the art of speaking. I run Ikigai, which is the art of getting to your passion, and I run Healify, which is based on past life regression and healing. So these are the three things that I primarily do, and I'm passionate about it. I also connect to the world through it. So I complete that particular cycle. Okay. So that's the answer from Sanjay. Next, which careers are growing most of 2021? That's a wrong question to ask. The real question to ask is what do you truly love to do? Start with that. Now, if I tell you that computer science is growing, but you don't love mathematics, okay, there's no point in telling this answer itself. If you're passionate, you can make a huge career through arts, humanities, through research. You can do anything if you truly love what you want to do. Okay. So I know a person who's got a doctorate in elephants. You heard me right. He's got a doctorate in elephants. He knows end to end of elephants, and he was picked up by a US research agency. And as we speak, he's probably earning much more than 10 people put together in India. So he's a huge career jump, but he's doing what he loves to do. For some reason, he's passionate about elephants. So he made his entire research on elephants, and he's going ahead on that. So that's the thing, career. So you can make a career out of anything. Are you passionate? Are you getting the knowledge? And are you truly loving what you do? Okay, next question. I quit my job. I was great at my job and didn't love it. I took a break to find out what I actually love. To keep my family assured, I've started preparation for some government exams. I'm 20 years. I'm afraid I would never find my passion. How to overcome this fear and keep working on the goal? I love writing. I'm good at it, but I do not have a very supportive environment to pursue the same, as I believed it's not monetarily rewarding. Very good question. I'll not name the person. Okay, it's a direct message to me. So, very good question. There are times where you may have a passion, but you may not be sure of how to do it. In such a case, you should keep the passion as a back burner, as a side burner. You should keep the passion alive. Keep it alive. So, if you love writing, you're good at it, keep it alive to some particular extent, weekends or evenings, and in the front, keep doing something which is also something your second passion or the second love that you want to do. If you're interested in doing something related to government exam or banking, whatever, you can do that. At one point of time, you can shift the back burner to the front burner when the environment is supportive. Okay, I'll repeat what I said, the entire sequence right now. You have a passion, you love it, you're not sure what to do about it. Keep it in the back burner. In the back burner, side burner. धीमी आंच, हिंदी में कहेंगे धीमी आंच, मतलब side burner. We just keep it in the side burner, keep it running. Weekends, don't give up. Because if you give up a passion, you'll lose your love for life. Ikigai, is the love of living. you lose your love. In the front, you keep doing whatever you just wrote right now. You want to do some preparation for some exam, etc. You keep doing in the front. You can start off your career. At one point of time, you exchange this with this when the environment is supportive. Okay, when the environment is supportive, you just make a switch and you continue with this. Okay, so that is the answer to that question. Next, I like physics. I love physics. Not good in maths. You can actually make a career even in physics, which is pure sciences. I don't know if I showed that slide to you. Is it here? Oh, it's not here. Sorry. So in pure sciences, you can make a career which is you can get into physics, which does not require mathematics. So there are various careers around it. Next question. I like account subject, but I find maths difficult. Which field can I choose? I have passed 12th last year. So now, what within accounts do you like? That's a question, Aryan, that you need to ask yourself. Because if you're liking accounting, does require some level of mathematics, but it's a basic level. So what within accounts do you like? You can start with accounts, and after 3 years, you can choose a different path depending on what your passion is. Okay. Next question from Tarjani. I'm interested in maths and physics, less interested in chemistry. So that's pretty straightforward. You can actually make a career in physics and mathematics directly. You don't need to be involved in chemistry beyond 12th. Okay, I'm not sure what your age is. Okay. Okay. If anybody needs any particular career planning session, okay, because I'm seeing some questions related to that, you could get in touch with the office number and 98407 30328, and she will help you with next steps on how you can career or how you can get some career planning. Okay, so that's the answer for.
Yeah, there is one more
Sure,
important question.
tell me.
So there is one person who is asking when I have and when me and my parent have different opinion about my career,
Hmm.
whom should I choose? Means I like something else. My parents want me to do something else. How to means come to synergy? How can I convince my parents? Or if I go with my parent choice, and if I'm not able to, follow it or like it, what can I do?
I got it. So this is a difficult task actually, especially if a parent is hell bent on making the child go into a particular direction, a parental pressure. So one way you can convince is by trying to convince them on the particular strengths that you have, that the child has, son or the boy or girl has, which is why I started the first session with trying to identify your own superpowers and trying to get to that, and then with that trying to convince the parents of the career that he or she wants to choose. And then it all depends on the relationship that they have. That's why the first question that my first two slides were for the parents, that they need to be open and listening to what the child says.
I think
Ultimately, yeah.
sometimes what happen is I realize this in my life too, that sometimes parents overrate their children, or sometimes they underrate their children, and they actually don't know what actually their child can do. So there is a problem, between the synergies between the kid thinking and parents thinking. So this need to be synergized, because at that time, kids are also confused, parents are also confused, and sometimes what happen is they land into wrong career, which they regret for whole life.
Okay, I know it's a very common thing that the parents might push the child into a particular career depending on their own intelligence and their own thought process, but the child may not want to do it. So, which is why I gave those four movies. Three Idiots is a classic example of trying to ensure that you get the knowledge and experience, which is more important than degrees and certificates. Okay, so okay, another question: is gaming a career for youth? Absolutely yes, Ansh. It's an amazing career. So, in fact, again to that one parent who spoke about the child going to games. If your child is really interested in gaming, just check if gaming actually can be a career for them, because they will know the ins and outs of what a person needs in a game. So, do they have the technical or visual knowledge to create a game? I don't have it. It's not my strength. I don't play games, for example. So, if you are really playing games, check if that can be a career. Next question: my daughter wants to be a maths professor. Other than getting money, what can she contribute to the society? So she can actually inspire. So being a teacher or a professor or a dean or whatever is a highly inspiring job. You have to inspire people around you into learning and knowledge. So that itself is a contribution to society. Being a professor itself is a contribution to society. You connect to all the students around you. Does medical have a scope in the future? Of course, yes. Medical has a huge scope. It all depends on if you are interested in it. I'm very much passionate about agriculture. Agriculture has a huge scope, and but do you love village sustainability? Do you love farming? Are you comfortable in connecting to farmlands? These are questions you need to ask yourself. If the answer is yes, there is a lot of scope. Agriculture, technology in agriculture, the social needs of farmers, connecting agriculture to the retail environment, so many environments around it. Okay, again a question: can gaming be a good career? It can be a good career. You just need to figure out if you are good at it. Interesting question. You're passionate about basketball. Shall I pursue it? So when you say basketball, it's sports. Sports itself has a huge career path behind it. Management in sports, or becoming managing a particular aspect of sports, is something which is again a career around it. So agriculture is fine. I've answered that. Computer engineering is also, it is right. Okay. Good question. I love to cook and I make a lot of dishes, including cakes. How can I become a chef? What other fields are available instead of hotel management? So getting a basic management degree also is enough, Soumya. And if you're truly good at cake manufacturing, you need not get into hotel management. Hotel management is managing large hotels. I think you're specifically getting into entrepreneurship, or trying to, I'm not sure, becoming a chef, etc. So depending on what you truly love to do, you can try to get into becoming an entrepreneur. Try to connect to that. Think over it. You know, Jalaluddin, YouTube as a career. I know a person who has made it a career in India, in Coimbatore. There's a young student. He's hardly 18 years old, and he's earning a few lakhs every month just on YouTube advertising. But do you have a passion for it? Can you really connect to it? Because he uses YouTube as a platform also to connect to. He's on music YouTube, music videos. He connects to various music professionals, gets the videos, and creates the YouTube channel for that. So it's also connected to digital marketing. It's also connected to branding. So just think over all this. Do you have a connectivity? Are you creative? Number one. Do you have a connectedness to either branding or to artistic scenarios? So these are things which you need to answer. Inspired by civil services, I'm weak in maths. You have two options, Sanjay. Uh, you need to understand why are you inspired by them? Are you inspired? What is the reason you're inspired to become an IAS officer? And if you are truly inspired, then you can increase your strength. What was required to become that? I don't know how much more time we have. There are many questions. Aditya, are you there?
Yeah, we can take 5 to 10
Okay.
minutes more. I
So
think some people join late, so we
okay,
can
I
extend.
have a doubt regarding the bifocal sub computer science. I didn't get admission in CS. How can I manage our studies, and how do we compete with those who got admission? So, what is the reason you want to take this particular focus on computer science? Is it your true love and passion? And if it is, then you don't need to worry about competition. Just go ahead and do whatever you need to do. Knowledge and experience is greater than certificates and degrees. Okay, I want to become a commercial pilot. I have spectacles. So I know pilots who have spectacles. You need to see the rules because they keep changing the rules. Check with any particular agency and check on the clause. Okay. Next question. Again, it's Soumya on cooking. Can we get government jobs even after graduating from private colleges? Yes. Answer is yes. You can get it. Government job require exams to be given. It doesn't matter which college you come out from. How to learn to live all alone? Okay, various ways. I think if you can later on connect to me, I need to understand the meaning of that question. Okay, I'm in 11th and interested in a career containing majority mathematics. So within mathematics, Yash, there are various paths ahead of you. Okay, it could be pure mathematics, it could be data or data sciences, it could be statistics, it could be insurance related, it could be accountancy. So which path are you looking at? And since you're in 11th, it's you have time. Just have these questions in mind, and in the next year or so, you'll get some answers to it, so you can choose which direction to go for. And this is for all of you, who are aged 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You would ask yourself the right questions, including those who said that they don't have a passion, etc. Ask the question, and your subconscious will slowly give you the answers. You know, in the next 1 week, 1 month, 6 months, 8 months, you'll slowly get the answers of what is it that you need to go do going ahead. Okay, next question. If you're interested in law, okay, what are the strengths and qualities required? you need to get energy from the outside world. Okay, number one. You need to have, you can develop it later, the strength of negotiation. So when you get connected to the outside world, you also need to be able to talk. Extraversion. You can develop the quality of negotiation. It will come in slowly but surely. And more importantly, you need to be able to learn. You need to have the love of learning new legalities, new processes on an ongoing basis for the rest of your life. Ask yourself these three questions. Don't answer it now. Just note it down the questions and think over it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Whatever answer comes, go for it. Next question is, you have no interest in doctorate or engineering. Okay, so there's a person who has no interest in becoming a doctor or engineer. Very good. I want to clear UPSC. So which field should I opt in degree after my 12th, which would be beneficial for you in clearing UPSC? UPSC will be cleared with any degree. The degree you choose should be based on something that you love to do. So are you creative? Are you logical? Are you analytical? Or are you loving humanities or maths or whatever subjects? What are the subjects that you love to do? Depending on that, you can create it. Next question. I have conflicting interest in arts and science. So Vedanti, you'll have to figure it out. You need to go through the process of RISEC or MBTI and try to get to what exactly is your true interest. Okay, so in fact I leave the number of Shikha. She can help you in getting that particular questions for arts or science, etc. Sometimes I'm confused to take my own life in which only my family is there, and sometimes I want the nation to know what I should do. Okay, so I'll not name the person, but please, life is lovely and to be lived holistically. Please connect to me directly if you have any other thoughts around it. Okay. Okay, so Aditya, any other questions?
I think you answered most of the questions.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's good we can
And yeah,
finish the session. For more detail, people can
fine.
always contact
Yeah,
you.
I've given the office number. My office number is 98407 30388. So feel free to contact. And
Also, if you have any official mail ID, you can share
oh, sure.
where people can
So
answer.
I mean, I don't run any. Let me just check. So I'll give you one email ID, which I normally use is hellodeepak@hotmail.com. Feel free to send the mail there. If you're looking at something related to Speakology or anything else, I have another email ID, which is speakofire@gmail.com. So there's a person called Sailesh who will contact you on that. So you can figure out and ask a question in email. Yeah, so there are many questions. Yeah, I see Gaurish, last question, long question. If a person does not do what drives his soul, it's very difficult to break through and make a successful living. I'm an 18-year-old, fascinated by data and how data is used, curious about coding. Yeah, let's see where life takes me. Absolutely, Gaurish. Just focus on that. Yeah. Okay, well, one last question by Vishwa. What are the qualities that a psychologist should have? You should have the quality of, you should be able to introspect. You should have the quality of introspection, which means introversion. You should also be able to connect to people, which means a coaching quality, because you're trying to get in their mind, and you need to be able to put yourself in other people's shoes. Psychologist. Okay, 2, 3 qualities. So thank you so much, and I'll hand it over to Aditya for any other questions.
So I will say, don't worry to audience. You can always connect with Deepak Bhaiya on his office number. There's a lots of field where you can build your career, and if you need some specific information or discuss something about that, you can always catch Bhaiya. So this is more of generalized session for all the field to understand what are the different dimension which you can open about your career. So I really like to thank Bhaiya for a very insightful and engaging session. We thank you for taking your time from busy schedule to turn for the session and share with us very useful wits and experience, which will surely help the students to take the right decision about their career. Also, we thank all the participating students and parents for taking their time to join the session. We hope the session was quite productive for you and open new dimension about your career. We hope to see you for more such engagements in future. Thanks a lot again, and you can write mail about these sessions which for the current session for the feedback on u2.0 at the rate of heartfulness.org. Also we shared our telegram group link and Facebook page link where you can find this video. If you have missed anything, you can always go there and watch it again. So I think, yeah, Bhaiya, we can wrap up this session.
Thank you. Thank
And
you so much. Yeah.
so, okay. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Okay. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.